Hello, welcome to Keep Columbus Beautiful Earth Notes. I am your host, Sharnae Johnson, the Executive Director for Keep Columbus Beautiful. We have some exciting things for today's show, and I can't wait till you guys hear from our special guest how you can continue to do your part in keeping Columbus beautiful. Before we jump in today's show, we want to share with you guys, in case you don't know what KCB exactly is. Keep Columbus Beautiful is all about helping you keep your community clean. So make sure you check out this short clip to explain to you what Keep Columbus Beautiful does. Keep Columbus Beautiful is all about keeping your environment clean. We want to make sure you're adopting programs like recycling and reusing household items. We want to make sure you're educated on what we recycle and what can be reused. We have programs such as Help the Hooch and organizational cleanups where you can get into your community and make sure you're living in a litter-free area.
Hi, I'm Skip Henderson, Mayor of Columbus, Georgia, and I'd like to invite you and your organization to take part in our Community Call to Prayer Day procession and the Dream Lives Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration. Join us on January 18, 2020. The Call to Prayer procession will begin at 11 a.m. on 1st Avenue between 9th Street and 10th Street. Following the procession, please come enjoy the day's events at the Columbus Convention and Trade Center. If you need more information, contact Becca Covington at the information on your screen.
So today we're going to share with you guys one of the special events that we have in the community where we partner with Columbus Waterworks and the Muskogee County Sheriff's Department. But before we jump into our special guest, I want to say thank you to everyone who participated in our past recycling campaigns, the shoe recycling and the Christmas tree. Without you guys' help, it would not have been such a great success. So today, our special guest is for our drug, pharmaceuticals, and grease recycling. We have Sergeant Hadaway from the Muskogee County Sheriff's Department, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about that campaign. So, welcome to Earth Notes.
Thank you for having me, Sharnae.
Yeah, awesome. So, if you can tell us a little bit about your involvement and how long you've been with the grease and pharmaceuticals recycling.
Sure. The Muskogee County Sheriff's Office partners with the Drug Enforcement Administration, also with the Columbus Waterworks. We do quarterly drug take-back events. This event for Saturday is going to be a dual pharmaceutical take-back and a household kitchen grease. We take any kind of unwanted, unused drugs or any kind of pharmaceuticals that you have around the house and get them properly disposed of.
Awesome. Well, do you know how important it is just for the community to make sure they're coming out and bringing those drugs to this disposal? Can you tell us about how important it is to make sure they are disposed properly?
Sure. It's part of the initiative for the national crisis on the opioid addiction. Okay. That's one of the main factors that the push with the DEA is pushing it nationally. Also, any kind of improperly disposed drugs can end up in our water systems, can end up, pets getting a hold of it, or, even if it's not the actual narcotics or opioids, some of these drugs or over-the-counter prescriptions can have adverse effects if ingested improperly.
So you mentioned getting into our water stream. Can you talk a little bit more about how important it is? I know some people sometimes flush their medication, so we want to...
Some people are not aware, and I've had people tell me at some of the take-back events that they do flush them down the toilet system, and that's when we partner with the Columbus Waterworks, because the filtration systems, do not always get everything. There's a bunch of different drugs that are purchased by the consumers every day, and when they're processed through our water filtration systems here in Columbus, it doesn't actually get everything. So.
Right. So that's very important. Like you said, a lot of people aren't aware of why they should recycle their own medications. So throughout the year, you also mentioned there's locations that they can come and drop off those medications throughout the year.
Sure. We do have 2 drop-off locations Monday through Friday. One's going to be located at 110th Street at the Government Center on the 4th floor near the Sheriff's Office. It's open Monday through Friday. There's also one at the Citizen Service Center in the lobby area that's open Monday through Friday for drug drop-offs. That's in conjunction with the 3 quarterly events we have here.
Good. So we have this one coming up. Well, we have the one we partner with Columbus Waterworks. It
Sure.
was Saturday, the 11th.
That's correct.
And we can make sure that you come out to the different locations they had. And we'll have one at Sidney Simons Boulevard. And we also had one at the Columbus Waterworks customer service parking lot. So we just really important to know that you have events throughout the year as such as the one you just mentioned. So if you want to talk a little bit more about that one.
Sure. We'll have 2 locations that we'll be taking at, I think it's 14, the Columbus Waterworks location at 1412 Veterans Parkway, and at 5300 Sidney Simons Boulevard. We'll have deputies and personnel from the Columbus Waterworks working together to collect these unwanted, unused prescription items. We'll be out there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. On Saturday the 11th. So we'll be happy. Looking forward to seeing you all there.
Awesome. So the one you mentioned that happens, you said kind of with conjunction with another one, the national one.
Sure.
That one happens how often?
That happens biannually. There are 2, and they're usually around April and I think October are those 2 national take-back events where we partner with the Drug Enforcement Administration, and that's a national take-back event. So everywhere across the nation, law enforcement agencies will be collecting those unused, unwanted prescription medications.
Awesome. Well, we thank you for letting us know this important information today. It was really helpful to know that there's other ways to dispose of that medication and also your household grease. So we want to thank you, Sergeant Hadaway, for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Well, when we come back, you guys, we're going to talk a little bit about an important fact you might not have known about Columbus and another way you can help keep it beautiful.
Hello, I'm Skip Henderson, the Mayor of Columbus. Did you know that litter has a negative impact on our community? Join me in becoming a leader against litter. Together we can create a cleaner, safer, and more beautiful Columbus, Georgia.
Hello, I am Mimi Woodson. Did you know that litter has a negative impact in our community? Join me in becoming a leader against litter. Together we can create a cleaner, safer, and more beautiful Columbus.
Hello, I'm William Kent. I'm a manager at Columbus Waterworks, but I'm also president of Keep Columbus Beautiful. Did you know that litter has a negative impact on our community? Join me in becoming a leader against litter. Together, we can create a safer and more beautiful Columbus.
Did you guys actually know that Columbus is one of Georgia's longest running tree cities, and we have a way to celebrate that here in Columbus through our Arbor Day celebration held in February. So we'll definitely have a festival where you'll learn about nature, ways to keep the earth preserved, and even animal nature creations that go along with trees. So we want to make sure we're keeping our canopy here in Columbus as well as possible. So we'll talk to you more about details for that event on the next episode of Earth Notes. But here today, that is all we have for you on today's show. We hope that you get involved with the community and making sure you keep Columbus beautiful by doing your part. Don't litter. I hope we not to catch you throwing anything out of your window. So catch us here on next time here on Earth Notes. Thank you for joining us.